K Rajagobal
Bagi nama
lah.
penuh,
PAL bukan GOPAL. Get
betul.
that right.
Penting dengan
Muqtadari.
Look at my physical. Can you imagine? I can be a striker to partner Muqtadari. Anyone at that time would have been dreaming. How can I play with one of the best striker in Asia?
In Asia.
Then I said, my God, is this the day which a Malaysian team going to be an English Premier League team?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hari ini saya dengan Harish ingin berkongsi rasa teruja, excited dengan kehadiran seorang VIP. Memang boleh dianggap sebagai legenda dalam bidang kejuratan bola sepak. Jadi Harish, saya jemput Harish untuk perkenalkan siapa tetamu kita kali ini. Harish,
Yang pertama sekali ialah semua tetamu kita VIP, tetapi ini VVIP. Datuk Rajagopal.
K Rajagobal lah.
Okay, K Rajagobal lah.
penuh,
PAL bukan GOPAL. Get
betul.
that right.
Tapi dulu you eja pun salah.
Tak ada.
PAL.
Dulu geng-geng hang semua yang eja PAL and you change his name. Sama dengan Sochin An, sama dengan siapa lagi.
Aduh.
Dia yang rosak lah kan.
During my time.
Tapi
During I tengok dia dah cakap during my time.
Conspire nampak.
During my time we change
Tak,
players
itu
names.
zaman Datuk Rajagopal.
Okay,
During his time.
Datuk, thank you so very much for coming.
thank you also for both of you all to invite me.
You know when you had agreed to this, I was just reminded of my tea sessions and when
Yes.
what is that Indian dumpling called?
Yeah, we call it actually in Indian we call it Kolkata lah.
Kolkata.
Tea session. Yes,
No,
we
Datuk
Datuk dengan
tea
Haris
session.
lah.
So Datuk, can you please explain to Rizal because he was not in the know, you know.
No, sometimes we used to go for tea.
Okay.
You know, there was the restaurant.
Tahun berapa ni Datuk?
I think when I was the coach lah, 2000.
When he was national coach.
National coach.
Yeah.
Sebelum menang SEA Games ke 2009?
Sebelum itu pun.
Sebelum lah, throughout lah. Oh, kira dia pun sama menyumbang lah idea-idea kepada Datuk.
Call it David Restaurant, isn't it?
It used to be Davy, now I don't think so.
Now it's
Near Wisma FM.
It's my FM.
Oh,
Itu
okay.
stretch of the roll lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anyway, thank you once again for being
Okay.
here with us. Rizal, would you like to...
Tak ni, Datuk.
Okay, let's...
tunjuklah sikit Datuk.
Oh,
Pegang lah.
ya. Pegang macam ni kan.
Inilah sebab utama kita ni. Tunjuk dekat kamera tu Datuk.
Okay.
Cik Wan ni macam promo lain macam.
Promo the main.
No, tapi pertama sekali ialah...
Inilah saya K Rajagobal.
Rajagopal lah.
Rajagobal.
Tapi yang pertama sekali ini merupakan seorang individu yang telah memakai menyarung jersey negara. Selepas tu menjadi jurulatih kebangsaan Malaysia dan kini merupakan seorang penulis. Jadi Datuk, cuba cerita sikit mengenai intipati Inilah Saya.
Inilah saya. Terutama ni saya nak berkongsi lah. Bukan saja sebagai jurulatih. Ramai kenal saya sebagai jurulatih sekadar jurulatih kemenangan dan sebagainya. But the most important adalah saya nak berkongsi perjuangan saya menghadapi macam-macam cabaran sebagai jurulatih, bukan saja sebagai jurulatih dalam kehidupan juga. So terutama kepada generasi yang muda, apa itu nilai-nilai kehidupan, disiplin, hard work. Walaupun you tahu lah dalam perjalanan kita ramai dalam situasi jatuh bangun, dan apabila kita ke satu punca kejayaan, orang tak sedar macam mana kita dapat kejayaan itulah. Dan juga membuat generasi muda ni dan mungkin semua netizen of Malaysia to get one of these and to enjoy whatever it is in there. And it is also to inspire lah. to inspire, to motivate the present, could say, generation, which we need. I'm not telling need to educate them, but they must be aware of what value it takes to achieve. If you want to have your dreams, not necessary, bukan saja yang orang kata peminat sukan. Yang lain pun, kalau dia ada visi, ada fikiran kerja keras, hard work, we can achieve. Anything is possible.
Jadi buku ini bukan hanya untuk peminat bola sepak, tetapi kepada mungkin leaders in companies as well.
Ya,
corporates boleh membaca, dapat ilham.
Saya nak kongsi dengan Haris kandungan buku Datuk ni ada 450 muka surat ni.
Dan harga dia ialah?
Harga dia berapa Datuk?
RM49. Only
RM49 Kenapa tak letak 50
Mungkin pun now the probably is discount also.
Discounted. Okay.
So balik Rizal.
Ada prakata, lepas tu ada 16 bab, anak jati Setapak, tawaran PKNS, Selangor, tergelincir dari puncak, lahirnya seorang jurulatih, perjalanan sebagai ketua jurulatih, habis madu sepah dibuang, berhijrah ke bumi kelajuan, Malaysia bahagian 1, Malaysia bahagian 2, banyak ni. Mata pena lebih tajam daripada mata pedang. Ini mesti pasal media lah ni. Ini pasal media lah. Digigit buaya. Rehat panjang, kembali bersama PKNS, Brunei Darussalam dan Inilah Rajagobal. Jadi dengan harga yang affordable tu, kita kena ramai-ramai belilah. Kecuali macam kita berdua, sepatutnya Datuk kena bawa. Dia kejap lagi ni dia sign buku ni. Tapi untuk Haris kena bagi tahu dekat audience, kita rakam ni sebelum pelancaran buku Datuk. Kita dah dapat buku ni. Special, eksklusif.
Dia bagus dia promotion dia.
Bayar dia berapa?
Datuk.
Tapi tak, sebelum tu sorry maaf, tapi nak tanya, Datuk tadi menyatakan bahawa buku ni antara lain terdapat cabaran ya. Persoalan saya ialah, apakah cabaran yang paling besar yang Datuk Rajagopal hadapi sebagai seorang sama ada pemain ataupun jurulatih negara?
Cabaran adalah apabila jadi jurulatih lah. Menjadi jurulatih kerana you tahu peminat nombor 1 di Malaysia adalah bola sepak. Dan apabila kita melalui macam-macam pertandingan, qualification, kita tengok apa yang diutamakan, dan itulah cabaran yang besar apabila saya jadi jurulatih untuk Selangor. Peminat-peminat, Selangor was a big name at that time. And selepas itu, even when I was in Kelantan, and then I came back to Malaysia to coach the national team. Adalah masa yang saya nak cakap yang the toughest one is the AFF Suzuki Cup.
Yang menang lah.
Yang menang
2010.
2010 dengan juga cabaran apabila kita ke Sukan C 2009.
2009 yang menang juga tu.
Yang itu menang. Itulah yang buat boleh katakan satu situation yang menarik. Dalam situasi yang stress, yang challenging, that shows what kind of character you are. How to overcome all these obstacles, challenges. So that was interesting, really interesting, because if your character, if you tend to give up because people look at you as a leader, what they want to see from you on the positive side,
you delivered lah,
to deliver at the vital important, ada masa-masa yang amat
important
penting
moments,
moment itu
you step up to the
itulah cabaran sebagai especially jurulatih, walaupun you tahulah cabaran itu sebagai family also you have, especially when you're bringing up your children and all this. It's interesting lah, it's interesting.
Datuk memulakan bab buku ni dengan apa, Setapak, Air Panas Setapak
Setapak Air Panas.
Sebelum ni kita pun ada seorang lagi produk Air Panas, iaitu Datuk Santop Singh. Dia pun sebut nama Datuk Rajagobal sebagai antara jiran dia, sama-sama main bola dekat situ dan juga main untuk Hotspurs. Boleh tak Datuk recap sikit lah pengalaman macam mana Datuk menjadi seorang pemain yang menyemai minat sukan dan juga bola sepak di Air Panas.
Di
Hot
Setapak,
Springs lah dulu. Hot
especially
Springs.
Everybody has mentioned, even Datuk Santok has mentioned Setapak Air Panas or Hot Spring those days, and we have Subramaniam, who played also, the late Subramaniam, who played for Selangor, Malaysia, and not forgetting the sports fraternity, Abdesh Singh, who all played for the national
hoki
team.
negara,
Then we had the youth football player Subramaniam, who played for the youth. Then we have Nalla Thambi, who played for Burnley Cup. And then also we had, if I'm not mistaken, one of the first professional boxer from Setapak Air Panas.
Nalla Thambi punya brother lah.
Nalla Thambi's brother. So what we do is, I could say that kampung itself, the community itself, tiap-tiap petang, there's so many games, we play there. But the main one was football. Ada padang. There were it's a space, big area, 2 places where we can play, and there was one near the Dewan. I can remember near the Dewan in front of the market. There was the field. Here was the field. Every evening, you can see them play. It's not only in the evening when there's school holidays. Pagi petang. That's how I became boleh katakan minat lah, really minat dalam bola sepak. And before, very rare we see football on TV. It's only 1 week once, maybe 1 week once ke, or if I'm not mistaken, only the FA Cup final
zaman tu betul.
So kita gila lah.
Dulu big league soccer.
Yep.
Sekali seminggu weekend.
Kita tak kisahlah, it is raining or sunshine ke apa. The thing is, we must go and play. So that's where we got that kind of passion and love.
Padang tu ada lagi tak?
Padang masih lagi ada.
Saya baru nak tanya pasal Padang ni,
ada lagi
yang dekat dengan pasar, yang dekat dengan arena sebelah arena.
Yes, sebelah arena.
Yang ni is just down the road, correct?
Yeah.
So lepas tu depan tu sekarang ni ada kapak. Dan lepas tu ada Dewan.
Betul.
Basketball court kalau tak silap saya dengan Padang. So is that area lah?
Yeah, that area lah. Before ini semua tak ada lah. Sebelum itu
hanya Padang saja.
Only Padang saja lah. So that's where we picked up. And
tapi kari mi dekat opposite pasar tu memang sedap lah.
Tu saya
Boleh ajak Datuk lah minum ni belanja.
So they have various tournaments. Those time they organize locally, and our local team was Hotspurs.
Hotspurs lah. Datuk Santok semua main untuk Hotspurs kan?
Semua main untuk Hotspurs. Yes.
Apa ni, Padang tu sekarang budak-budak main tak Datuk?
Ada
juga
Yes, they play. Still they have like friendly matches. Ada.
Tapi the unique part about kawasan tersebut, Rizal, seperti Datuk Rajagopal menyatakan tadi, ianya menjadi macam the hotspot untuk budak-budak bermain, dan sehingga kini masih ada, because you can see di yang arena Kuala Lumpur, yang tu satu. Lepas tu just depan bersebelahan is the Danau Kota small lake garden.
Yes.
Betul.
So dia ada banyak places untuk orang berbiada, bersukan.
Pockets of areas.
It's very interesting lah. Lepas tu Tasik Titu Wangsa pun dekat.
Jalan Kuantan.
So it's a good healthy life. This is where I feel it is good lah.
Yep.
It is good.
Okay.
Not only spend time, lah, now this generation, at least the activity, the exercises.
Tapi Datuk, why football? Kenapa bukan hoki? Kerana saya tahu masa tu pun hoki was quite alive dekat kawasan Datuk.
I don't know. Yes, we also during school holidays I used to play various games. I used to play even hockey, badminton, but football was, the drive was there. If I'm not mistaken, because of the earlier seniors, who formed Hotspurs, the club, and we were so interested. That was the main activity, where the whole community used to come and spend time in the evening. Bola sepak from this community, from Sentul, from these various places come and play in Hot Spring. They organize a tournament.
You kena sebut Sentul juga
So we dekat-dekat even the hospital, I mean medical we said the medical team
tapi
used to come.
Datuk Rajagopal tu betul bukan sekadar Sentul, but the hospital team as well.
Yes.
Pasal dulu I mean masih ada lah Padang Hospital tu.
Padang Hospital tu masih
masih
ada liga kat situ. Masih ada
famous
tang-tang
juga.
main.
Dan Gurney Road is so very quite near.
Betul,
Gurney Road.
Semarak.
Police depot.
Betul,
Kita jalan kaki, kita bawa bicycle, kita pergi dekat situ.
Betul.
Semua.
Bawa basikal pergi ke polis Polapol tu.
Kadang-kadang bicycle.
Boleh tembus
jalan
kaki kan?
Jalan kaki.
Macam Datuk ada ni macam Datuk Santok, dia kata dia pergi training Selangor, dia naik basikal dengan Ridwan, dengan arwah Datuk Mohtadari.
Saya kalau tak silap saya dengan Subra naik bicycle.
Subra pasal duduk sama pergi training.
Pergi training dekat Bukit Bintang kan, dulu training dekat Post Malaysia.
Post Malaysia Field.
The field. Selangor was training there.
Okay, this Post
Bukan
Malaysia Field.
SCRC punya dekat ni, bukan?
Tak ada, ICRC pun kita
SCRC
training.
pun ada, okay.
Time itu kita sudah ada motor.
Post Malaysia punya field agak menarik kerana saya masih ingat lagi 20 tahun yang dahulu. Ia ni menjadi lubuk di mana foreigners daripada Myanmar dan Thailand
Training.
mereka buat carnival bola.
Oh, okay.
So it's very interesting place.
Okay,
Very interesting.
Dia tak ada
We used to train there. Selangor used to train.
Selangor use kat situ je ni.
Yeah. Used to train there. Then bila start kerja barulah beli motor.
Motor pertama?
Suzuki 250cc ke apa?
Weh, terus naik 250.
Ada dalam buku Ada dalam buku
Not 250 I think. Sorry. 90cc.
Oh, okay.
90cc
Sorry.
First motor 250.
Dah boleh
90.
masuk GP dah masa tu, MotoGP.
90cc.
250.
Mahal time itu saya beli.
Mahal tu berapa?
1,500.
Mahal juga masa tu.
Zaman
Mahal.
tahun berapa tu Datuk?
Macam mana? Dapatlah loan daripada PKNS.
Hidup PKNS.
Datuk first job dekat PKNS Datuk?
First job. No. First job. Yes lah. First job in PKNS. Sebelum itu you tahulah saya pun ada kerja lain-lain tempat.
Okay.
Pasal kalau dalam buku tu ada kerja, banyak macam kerja juga
Ya, macam-macam kerja.
Seperti kilang papan apa semua
Semua.
Sebagai apa di Kilang Papan?
You see, as I said, yalah, it's interesting that kalau orang tahu when they buy this book, as I told you, most of them will be thinking, wow, this coach, look at him now. But the interesting part is the journey. At that time, it was struggle. I lost my father when I was 2 years old. I can't recall back how he looks like. Only when my mother says, this is the picture, your father looks like this. So, we didn't get that bonding. But it was all hardship. I think I got to salute my mother. How she could take care of the 6 children, because I lost my father at the age of 2. And during school holidays, we used to do odd jobs lah. Sometimes we go to factories, in Setapak, bakery. Used to work for $1 one day.
$1 one day bagus tu.
And then school holidays, I and my sister, we used to go to some houses.
Untuk?
Kerja.
Oh, kerja.
To get that extra.
Maknanya kerja bersihkan rumah
bersihkan
lah.
And these are the things. And then when I was schooling, also school holidays, it's not easy. Mother alone, she was single till she passed away last year. Odd jobs I used to do in factories, timber factories, plywood factories, paper factory at the short time. And then after going to wait for the results after the MCE, also I started to work. These were the phases and stages we went through life. That's what it made me a very strong character of going through all this hardship. Interesting to share this with my own children and with those who's going to read the book. Then they know, what is life, what is the value of
Datuk kerja dekat PKNS because of bola lah. Because of bola. Tapi lepas tu, lepas training, lepas main tu apa, Datuk buat apa sebenarnya di PKNS tu?
Lepas
sebagai apa? Di PKNS apa tugas Datuk sebenarnya? Jawatan Datuk.
Jawatan ialah I was not qualified on the technical side of it.
Okay.
But at the time, because of bola sepak, PKNS was looking for players, and I got to PKNS because I played for Julang Youth.
Julang Youth, okay.
Julang Youth was in the same league. At the time you call it the Premier League, or our domestic league was very strong. So Dato' Yap In Kiong was the manager for PKNS. They were looking for strikers untuk berganding dengan Mokhtar Dari.
Okay.
Look at my physical. Can you imagine? I can be a striker to partner Mokhtar Dari. So FAM Cup was quite famous at that time. Piala FAM was famous. And they was wondering who this Rajagopal is, scoring goals always for Julang Youth in the Premier League, because Premier League was very strong. You know, you have strong teams. And that's how I was picked. And Dato' Santok recommended me, and I went to PKNS, and it just turned around that my first season itself in the FAM Cup, I played with Mokhtar Dari. It was a dream, you know. I think anyone at that time would have been dreaming, how can I play with one of the best striker in Asia?
In Asia.
And I got the opportunity in PKNS in 1978. That was how I got a job in PKNS.
Okay.
And before that also, if I'm not mistaken, when I was working in Chip Sing paper company, I have the one initiated to the boss, and I said, you know, why not we form a team? He said, and he doesn't speak good English, but I have to speak in bahasa lah. Mari kita buat satu team lah, kita main dalam business house.
Team bola.
Bola. Ya, kau boleh ke? So I initiated that and played in the business house. And if I'm not mistaken, one of the game was in KSS.
Okay. Club Sultan Sulaiman, Kampung Baru.
Sultan Sulaiman Club. And we were playing. Anefi Ali was there.
Okay. Khalid Ali punya abang, Zainal.
Khalid Ali punya abang. Dia cakap, who's this boy? Wah, dia score goal juga. And it just happened. You just imagine. And the next is a fairy tale. I played for PKNS. He was the first choice defender who played for the national team and played for Selangor.
Tapi itulah Datuk, saya nak tanya, Datuk buat apa di PKNS tu kalau tak main bola?
Oh, sorry. Coming back to the question. They put me in the electrical side. First was, you call it practical. I had to work in the workshop.
Okay.
My God. Can you imagine? I have to take a bus. The first bus in Setapak Air Panas was 5:30.
Okay.
The first bus
in the morning.
Lensing 165.
Dari depot fresh from the depot.
From there, I have to take a bus to where? Dekat
KL.
Dekat where the police station. Bus Stand Klang.
Bus Stand Klang lah.
Bus Stand Klang. From there, I have to take another bus to PKNS, and I have to punch
PKNS PJ lah.
PJ workshop. First
workshop,
few months,
okay,
because I was not qualified technical side. The boss, general manager said, don't worry, 6 months you kerja lah dekat workshop.
Okay.
You see, because of work, because of we want to play with PKNS, all the best players in PKNS. So ambil bus lah. 6:30 I have to punch card. From Setapak Air Panas,
I have to punch card apa sama awal
Bahasa masuk tu
start at 6:30 and we off at
Bengkel.
Bengkel 2:30. Bengkel dekat PKNS. And you know Bengkel what work? All the heavy job. We had big tractors. We were involved with the direct DC lah. That means motor ke apa, rosa ke. It's on electrical side, but more of
Datuk apa? Tractors?
Tak ada, bukan tractor. PKNS had workshop, bengkel, big huge tractors.
Oh, tractors ada situ.
Lorries.
Kan dekat situ Datuk membuat traktor.
Tak ada lorries and all that. We were on the.
Please excuse Rizal.
Tak apa. I faham. dia ni kadang-kadang ini susah juga. Saya ingat saya punya bahasa tak bagus. Pasal masa itu more on bahasa Inggeris.
Since you worked as you were trained in wiring and all that. You know his wiring is not that.
Oh, okay.
So Datuk train in wiring, maknanya Datuk boleh
yalah,
buat
DC, that means you see if
direct
starter rosak, kita buka starter, kita kena service the starter, put that and then fix it back. It was hard work. I was thinking, my God, do I have to go through this? But my love and passion is, how can I miss this chance to play with the PKNS?
So your motivation was
kerja.
PKNS.
PKNS, selepas 6 bulan, I was transferred to the office. Bahagian electrical juga. Electrical design, supervision and all that.
So Datuk boleh design electrical wiring for houses?
We were taught to how to design and the wiring, drawing, all I belajar dekat PKNS lah.
Maknanya kawasan perumahan mana Datuk buat tu? Datuk ingat tak?
There's a lot of
projects kan?
A lot of projects in PJ, in the whole
Ampang
of
area pun ada.
Ampang area semua ada.
Tapi bukan rumah Haris lah.
Bukan rumah dua-dua lah. Pasal mungkin because I forgot to say when I was coming inside, I forgot to say, my God, is it a press conference with these two personalities? They're going to ask me some tough questions. More than what Jose Mourinho and Sir Alex Ferguson.
Wait, we're getting warmed up. The tough questions, we'll save that for later.
Later.
We're just getting warmed up.
Okay,
We're just being polite here.
Kita delve terus.
Can.
Coaching career.
Boleh lah, polite ke apa ke, agresif. Kita sudah melalui ini semua. Tak ada benda. Haris, come on.
Cewa. Okay, come on. You see, I wrote a piece in 2013. Thank you, Rajagobal.
Okay.
Thank
you. Okay, thank you.
Welcome lah.
Well, you didn't thank me in your book, but anyway, let's keep that for another day.
Okay.
Mana you tahu dia sebut ada.
Tak apa.
That's the first thing I read. Please. Anyway,
kita kena tanya dia juga lah.
No, I remember writing this. Actually, I don't remember lah, but I have to go to print out my copy back again. Some ridicule you when you use the words like positive, experiment, and ranking tidak penting. They called it excuses. For the record, Malaysia was placed 161 in the FIFA ranking in April 29 and at 15. But anyway, going back to the fact that yes, you brought the team to unprecedented levels. I wouldn't say unprecedented, but to a level
unprecedented
where
lah. Menang 2010 tu unprecedented lah.
Okay, then my choice was correct. But what I'm trying to say is that the euphoria that the euphoria that we all saw. Suddenly people wanted to be associated with the national team. It was there. But then it kind of crashed as well. And you had used words like positive experiment and ranking tidak penting. Why? Could you justify those words?
Yeah, definitely. That's why you all brought me here today.
Soalan utama.
Ranking
tak penting.
Ranking tak penting. Yes, I'm not denying it.
Okay.
I'm not denying it. Because what I saw, Harish, is people don't understand. I was building up the team.
Yeah.
Okay. I took a very young team. Okay. I had a vision to bring this team. Later, they will be matured and so on. Why I said ranking was at that time was not important is, for me, the most important thing was, is my players progressing? Is my players improving? You can say every year or few months by playing with strong teams, they will come to a stage where then we can compete with strong teams lah in Asia and so on. Yeah, people was criticizing me, experiment and all that. I don't know how they got this word experiment. Definitely as a coach, anyone, you see, every national call-up, when you see any coaches now around the world, they go and watch their respective leagues and want to pick players who's performing well and all this, and looking at certain position, I need a player, so I have to bring a new player and test him. Where do I test him? Do I test him just one match or two match? If I want an immediate results or answer, well, this player can suit A, B or C, I need him to put in a higher level. I still remember, like when I brought, they said, why you don't want to bring what is this Pia. So we had we had a friendly match with Saudi. I brought him just to test where the player is. He's a good player, no doubt about it. But my philosophy was, I want the players to move fast, to be aggressive, intensity to be fast, because I had a lot of young players, you know. Then we can say, you see, now you tell me to be very honest. When you talk about ranking, you can say badminton, you can say tennis. What is ranking about? You tell me. Even the number 1 can lose to the number 25, the ranking. So yes, we based ranking is probably on the seeding when there is a
Seeding bila
tournament,
draw, betul.
the draw.
Pot 1,
For me
pot
to
2.
be very satisfying as a coach, to be honest, when I see these players are improving, then I knew we are coming to a level. That is why, Harish, at the time, a lot of teams in Asia respected us and called us for friendly matches. They provided us with the facilities, reciprocal or not reciprocal. We went to play. That's what I was telling.
Yep.
If now we are ranking 165, for example, we can even beat a team ranking 100. Is it possible? Yes. Then what we are talking about ranking?
Yep.
When recently, when even Malaysia drew with Korea,
Asian Cup final.
Asia Cup.
3
So
sama.
what are we going to say, Harish? Ranking. Okay, Korea is what in the ranking? Below 100. So this is what I was more concerned about, the players improving rather than ranking. Yes, for seeding purpose, I do agree. If you are seeded well, yes, it is not necessary that Saudi can beat Argentina and Argentina eventually became world
Menang
champion.
World Champion.
So what-
kat Qatar.
So berdasarkan apa Datuk
Yeah.
Rajagopal baru bagi tahu kami, okay, boleh saya tafsirkan bahawa badan induk yang menjadi majikan Datuk Rajagopal tidak melihat visi Rajagopal. Mereka, they caved into the pressure,
Okay.
because at that particular time you were facing mounting pressure.
Yeah, betul, betul.
Massive mounting
Yes,
pressure.
massive.
And they've decided that let's take the easy way out, get rid of him and put someone else.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Tapi masa tengah kehangatan ranking tu, masa tu Datuk belum ni lagi, masih lagi national coach.
Yeah.
Tak silap saya 2011 2012.
Yeah,
Betul tak?
2013 saja.
2013.
That was the last tenure of me.
Ya,
been there.
2013 kan.
Ya, betul.
Ah.
Ada juga, to be very honest.
Ada sokongan daripada Datuk Azuddin masa tu, Datuk Seri Azuddin kan?
Ya.
Ah.
Datuk Seri Azuddin. Ya, ada sokongan.
Cuma yang banyak entam Datuk masa tu adalah fans dan juga certain sections of the media.
certain sections. Because
Bukan Harish dengan saya lah.
Probably they were thinking, you know what, Harish, that ini coach ini memang, I think, arrogant.
Bagi alasan.
Bagi alasan itu, alasan ini. But I was quite firm dengan keputusan saya. Walaupun saya, kalau tak silap, saya katakan, kalau kita tak qualify, I was daring to say that my next visi was to qualify for Asia Cup in Sydney. We would have qualified mathematically, kalau one of the games kita menang dengan Bahrain. We would have qualified. At that time, berapa qualify, Haris? 16 pasukan. Sekarang berapa qualify, Haris?
24.
24. Apakah peratus dia, percentage to qualify? It's better.
It's better today.
Itu saja. And sama juga pemain yang kita ada adalah a younger generation. So I had that vision. Probably that is my way of thinking, my philosophy of thinking, untuk kebaikan saja. Tak ada niat yang lain. Tak ada yang lain-lain. Adalah untuk majukan bola sepak.
Tapi 2013 was when you left the national team. Okay, sekarang ni 2025. Kita lihat balik, jika Datuk K Rajagopal masih ataupun diberi peluang untuk menjadi jurulatih untuk 2, 3, 4 tahun lagi, instead of just ending it at 2013, do you think that we'll be seeing a different national team today?
Kalau saya dibagi peluang,
Sambung lah maknanya masa tu.
sambung
lagi
di masa
2-3 tahun.
kemungkinan, kerana apa? Saya dah tahu. Bila 2013, I selalu bincang dengan jurulatih assistant saya. If I am given a chance to carry on, to be very honest, I kata I dah 5 tahun, quite long juga. Kalau they extend till 2015, it's already 7 years. I told them, I keep my words, Haris. Saya ada prinsip. Saya kata, selepas itu I tak mau jadi jurulatih. Selepas katakan dia sambung kontrak saya sampai 2015, I tak mau. Kemungkinan maybe Tan can take over because he was my assistant and all that. Enough is enough. Kerana saya fikir, probably they are seeing my face. It's too long, the same old coaches. Mungkin we need a new air, fresh air ke, pernafasan baru ke. I would have changed players 100%. Pasal kita dah tahulah, inilah pemain yang is already, the time is the time is coming to make changes and probably having different way of approach, because kita tahu bola sepak ni very fast changing, and maybe I would have done that for the next step. I would have made changes. Yes.
Okay. Do you agree with what's happening with Malaysian football right now at the national team?
In what sense? I got to
Every
know.
sense.
Every sense. Okay.
From the
Naturalised players.
naturalized players to
Okay.
in every sense.
Okay.
To
Again,
the selection of the coaches as well.
okay. Untuk saya lah, itu kerana saya sudah tidak ada lagi kan.
Yeah.
Sesiapa pun tak minta apa-apa pendapat daripada saya ke
Kami
apa.
meminta pendapat daripada kita.
Okey.
Kita
Sekarang dua-dua lah. Dua-dua ke
tak tahu
satu?
pasal Rizal lah.
Rizal diam saja macam mana?
Biasalah Rizal. Dia tengok majikan dia.
Majikan.
Dia pakai baju majikan dia.
Harimau Melaya.
Harimau Malaya.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So,
Okay,
sorry.
to be honest, at present you'll be surprised what I'm going to say. At present, yes, we need the naturalized players. Let me finish the whole thing. Need the naturalized players kerana kita tengok kedudukan masih sekarang. Okay, kedudukan masih sekarang. Ada tak pemain-pemain yang sedia ada, local players, is good enough to go to the next level. Number 2, kalau kita ambil naturalized players, janganlah ambil players yang sekadar pasport saja. You must take a good quality players yang boleh bawa impact, experience to raise our football. Another thing is, walaupun these naturalized players come for the short term, untuk saya lah, untuk short term, kenapa kita nak layak tengoklah pertandingan apa, it's only a tool. But kita tidak boleh lupa grassroots development, which is for me the most important for the youth. Grassroots development masa yang akan datang, macam mana kita nak balance for the future after the short term plan. You boleh bawa naturalized players, not many to balance. Contoh, kita bawa 4 cukup lah. Yang lain semua must be the homegrown talent daripada academy youth development. Later stage, we should not forget this, because yang kita bawa, katakan contoh 4, they must have good quality, they must be a mentor, dia tunjuk professional. Kerana apa saya cakap sini? Kita akan hilang kita punya identity. Identity itu, kalau kita ada semua, apa identiti yang sebenar Malaysia? To wear the jersey, to have a big heart. That is my pandangan saya. Boleh balance, tetapi we have to have few for masa depan.
Saya nak balik kepada point nombor 1 Datuk tadi. Datuk menyatakan bahawa kenapa perlu adanya pemain, kerana kita tidak mempunyai pemain tempatan yang setaraf ataupun baik.
Yeah, to be honest.
So maksudnya segala pembangunan akar umbi 10, 15, 20 tahun yang lalu, termasuk NFDP dan AMD, gagal kerana program-program tersebut tidak menghasilkan
manfaat.
Betul tak?
Ya,
Setuju?
but saya setuju dengan Haris. Sebelum itu Haris, saya pun hairan, sebelum itu we had sports schools di Bukit Jalil.
Yes.
Kebanyakan pemain kebangsaan adalah daripada
Budak-budak
sports school.
you daripada situ.
Budak-budak saya.
Syafiq Rahim,
Aidil, Syafiq Rahim, Nur Syarul, Safi Salih, Farizal,
Asraruddin.
Ape, Azharuddin, a lot of players. So saya pun
Bunyamin.
hairan what you say. There's two things, because what I know daripada, because I was not really time itu focus on youth development
Elite,
director of coaching ke, but we didn't have the elite players. You see, bila kita pergi mana-mana kita cari players lah, kita pergi daripada 100 daripada 100 we'll have 30 elite players. Ini elite players you nak bawa kepada mana? And then you develop them better players. These were the elite players yang main untuk sports school, and these were the players who came and played for Malaysia, and we had results. Betul kan? Sekarang kita ni macam-macam akademi kita ada. This is what missing.
Dia pasal dulu program tu program MSN, FAM, MSSM, KPM semua tu semua the best place based dekat Sekolah Sukan Bukit Jalil. But after that KPM stop the project. Maknanya budak-budak tu mula start pergi ke Gambang, pergi ke AMD, pergi ke ni. Jadi
tak tahu siapa yang stop. I didn't know because I was after that I was not more in FM kan. So I just left it. I don't know what they were doing. So kita fikir people there know what is the best for the football.
Clearly they don't. Because if they knew what was best, mereka akan mempertahankan sistem tersebut dan memperkukuhkan lagi sistem sedia ada.
Pasal kadang-kadang bila sekolah tu dia bukan keputusan FAM ke apa, mungkin keputusan daripada KPM. Kementerian.
Ada juga what he says is also right. Kadang-kadang dulu Carl Wenger used to tell me he had a lot of problems, you know, when we are going discussing with schools and all that. But for me also important, you know, even though all this Harish and Rizal, school, you know, I'm telling you, schools in all sports is missing. Dia punya we all came from there.
Yeah, sekolah. Sebab itu Datuk,
center.
bila sekolah harian kita miss that connection dengan sports. Sebab itu ada pembuat dasar buat sekolah sukan. Tapi sekolah sukan dia punya konsep tu adakah berat akademik atau berat pada sukan. Jadi itu antara dilema yang kita kena address.
Betul. So I think tema dia sama dengan setiap VIP guest yang kita ada di dalam
pembangunan
Julang. ni. Mereka semua menyatakan satu, tema dia sama, Datuk. It's all grassroots.
Grassroots.
Akar umbi
dan yang amat penting adalah sekolah.
Tapi kenapa pada pendapat Datuk pernah berada dalam sistem tersebut, you were wearing so many hats, apa sebenarnya yang kenapa, let me rephrase back again. Kenapa kita tidak bertumpukan kepada akar umbi? Kenapa we are always so fixated at what happens at the top? Kenapa?
Sebab itu susah nak cakap. Mungkin dia nak cepatlah results, but there's no quick fix of anything. Mana-mana sukan pun dia kena sedar, dia semua tahu when you know about all sports what it takes you to be the best in the world. Badminton ke, hockey ke, swimming ke, apa-apa pun dia tahu apa yang asal dia. The groundwork or the grassroots education, of acting pun lah, jadi pelakon ke apa ke, singing ke, semua jadi daripada mana? So itulah yang I don't know, they know it, and why ini suddenly kita dah hilang tau. We had top performers in Olympic stage, Tan Sri Jagadesa, athletes, passionate teachers. Sekarang semua tak ada.
Datuk pernah dengan FAM dulu. Takkan Datuk tak utarakan perkara ni atau membuat sesuatu mengenai ni?
Untuk datang balik, saya masa itu tidak dalam technical committee, hanya jurulatih.
Faham, tapi sebagai jurulatih negara anda mempunyai suara yang besar.
Pada masa itu kemungkinan I tak tahulah, because they had technical committee, they had this one. Yalah, kita hanya bagi report selepas every tournament. Apa kita hendak buat. Every tournament we go, we expose the players. Inilah lacking, itulah lacking, kita kena buat ini, kita kena buat itu. Itulah yang kita bagi report. But we were not could say in the committee where they have
buat dasar.
Apa itu?
Buat dasar.
Buat dasar ke apa ke. All came from those who they employed as a technical director. As a technical director itu, he is the one have to give back more feedback. Mungkin we had maybe communication with this technical director and said this is what is lacking, this is what we need to do. That is what lah we had.
Balik pada report-report, laporan-laporan yang dibuat selepas setiap perlawanan boleh tak Datuk cuba ceritakan the best practices and what we were lacking?
Oh,
The common theme.
the common
Saya tahu
theme
kerana setiap perlawanan lain, tapi the common theme.
But the common thing, Harish, tiap kali the consistent one was be less competitive matches. Okay. One, decision making yang paling
Maksud?
decision making. That means bila you ada bola, katakan contoh,
the players
decision making and kita punya tactical knowledge. Tactical knowledge itu you tengok awal when you get feedback from overseas, pemain-pemain daripada akademi, selepas itu dia pergi kelas, jurulatih tanya dia soalan, jurulatih tanya dia, you solve the problem. Dalam situasi ni apa you patut buat? You see, kita tidak at that time but now they are very smart. Players sudah tahu apa keputusan nak buat dalam situasi ni. So we have lack tactical knowledge. Bila kita katakan contoh lah players, okay kita sekarang offensive, team itu sekarang kita leading dah 2-1, last 15 minutes kita akan switch kepada more defensive. So these are the things, switch. Are you going to put one extra player defensively atau offensively, atau kita kena pergi sebelah kiri kanan attack ni? This knowledge, what all the specific players. So that is what we find most consistently when we go to and also strong mental character.
Okay, Datuk, sekarang ni 3 soalan daripada saya. Pasal tadi Haris dah 5 soalan betul-betul daripada dia.
So you tak suka lah dia minta.
Dia cakap berkira.
Okay. Bagus.
Tapi dah cakap matematik dia.
Okay, Datuk.
Oh, matematik dia bagus. Saya gagal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Kredit.
Datuk, okay. Pertama sekali, kenangan manis Datuk bila main dengan Selangor. Kemudian kenangan manis sebagai jurulatih di banyak kelab, banyak pasukan lah, bukan masa tu bukan kelab. Kemudian apa resipi kejayaan Datuk bentuk tim yang berjaya menang SEA Games 2009, seterusnya AFF Cup 2010.
Kenangan manis dengan Selangor adalah because tahun pertama sudah masuk Piala Malaysia final dengan Singapore.
Okay.
Itulah kenangan manis. Dan you bermain dengan tak boleh cerita lah, legenda Selangor, Singapore pun just imagine. And that was kenangan yang manis lah. All these great players with Selangor, lah.
78 tu yang menang 4-2 tu, bila trailing 2-0.
And I played the first final was in 79.
79 you main.
79 final where we beat Singapore kan.
Okay,
that was after that there was some more games, but that was the really kenangan manis dengan Selangor.
Okay.
Then
dengan Selangor, Kelantan, Sarawak,
Selangor,
PKNS.
That was as a coach
sebagai jurulatih.
Jurulatih lah. As a player for Selangor, that was kenangan manis. For Selangor was 2000 champion league.
Okay.
When I was appointed in 1999, mid 1999 as a head coach, and then the next year 2000 we were the league champion. In all the situations, circumstances, Penang was the favourite, and I had all these great players. Zainal played for me, Datuk Zainal Abidin Hassan, Yusri Cela, Rajanikan, Sambal Gamaran,
Azmi Azran Aziz, goalkeeper.
Rizal,
Rizal Hassan,
Najab, all these lah, big time, and Kelantan player Mano or something like that. So in 2000 we won the league.
Zami Mano, right back.
And we won the league. It was very competitive, very tough. And the last game I still remember was in Negeri Sembilan last match, and Penang was the favourite playing in Brunei. So Penang, if
Penang
win,
menang,
they
menang.
They win the league.
Juara Liga.
They draw.
They draw in Brunei.
Kita menang
dengan 9 you menang.
We menang. So that was as a coach lah for Selangor. That are moments which is I will never forget.
League
champion. And also PKNS, the first year we were third in the league, which was a good result. Kelantan, the first year we were third.
Third in the league,
in the league.
Yeah.
Nobody gave us a chance. We were semi-finals, Malaysia Cup, with all local players, and we played a semi-final with Terengganu, who had 9 national players. That was a great achievement for me. And the first year when I went to Kelantan, after 15 or 16 years, they have not won the Piala Mas Raja-Raja. We won the Piala Mas Raja-Raja.
Datuk bawa tim tu juga?
Team juga. And coming back again, sorry, I forgot. After 36 years, we won the Piala Mas Raja-Raja with Selangor, with the youth team. Bharathan Cup with the youth team, the same year. In 2000, that was a big achievement lah. These were the things lah. Then I went to Sarawak. It was okay at the start, and like what I said, it just didn't happen well. After a few months, things were not working well. We were not getting good results in the league, but I was confident as a coach. I know that we will do well in the second round. There was a first round and second round. First round we were quite 9th or 10th place, but there were few matches more. The management was a bit worried, but I was not worried. I know that we will qualify for the Malaysia Cup, because when we went there, it was a different thoughts what I'm going to do to Terengganu. Sarawak. So these were the moments as a coach, as a player, and the last, I was in Brunei.
Okay, Datuk tak cerita tu 2009. Rahsia kejayaan 2009 SEA Games dan juga 2010 Piala AFF.
Rasa kejayaan itu, because I had this players, as I told the young players.
Untuk tempoh yang lama.
Yang lama, it was 5 years. They were with me from the age of 18, 19. And rahsia apa? I recall back, as I just told you, we need competitive matches. Pada umur yang muda ni, I selalu main dengan Super League, friendly matches, perlawanan persahabatan itu. Walaupun saya tahu physically dia semua lebih baik, lebih kuat, saya nak bagi players ini menghadapi macam-macam cabaran, daripada physical, mental, daripada tactical, semua kita main dan persefahaman. I could feel it. Sebelum kita main SEA Game, I took them to play with Saudi national team.
Senior team.
Tak ada, under 23.
I mean the Saudi under 23 or senior team?
Senior team.
Oh.
They nak main playoff dengan Bahrain. World Cup qualifying. They gave us an opportunity. Dia ingat saya bawa senior team Malaysia. Tahu in the press conference apa dia tanya saya, one of the media. Coach, are you okay, coach? Are you fine? What he's trying to say mentally, am I okay? You know why? He said, you tahu kah you are playing with
senior team,
Saudi senior team.
Tapi you bought young players.
You bought under 23. You know what you're going to do? He told me very directly, he blushed me. You're going to get thrashed. You know lah, time itu kita cepat
marah.
I said, okay, we will see tomorrow what happens. I told them. Then you come and ask me, I told him. But dalam hati ni memanglah, bila saya tengok dia semua buat latihan, the eve of the training, you go and train. Saya kata,
okay lah. Okay.
Habislah. To be honest, I said. But at the same time, apa yang a bit of positive is these young players, my players will run. As I told you, they got the fighting spirit. Okay. Game mula dengan Saudi friendly match. Less than 10 minutes they scored 1 goal. Cara dia semua main. Datuk Sri Rizwan was my manager. Rasto was panic. And I said, at the end of the game, kita hanya kalah 2-1. The next day the coach was sacked.
Siapa coach masa? Saya tak ingat lah. 2009
The coach of Saudi.
Yalah 2009 masa tu.
2009 was from Slovenia. You know how much they paid him, Haris? I don't know. Big money.
After kalah menang 2-1 saja, dia kena sack?
Ya mestilah. Dia cakap ni under 23, what happened?
Look at their
standard. Okay.
Walaupun menang, tapi dia tak boleh accept.
Pasal under 23 team.
Under 23. How proud I was.
Lega lah tu.
Then from there, we fly to Jordan to play the national team. We drew with Jordan. And then one guy in the hotel saw me. He said, I think he was from dekat Malaysia lah, orang Malaysia ke orang tak tahu from where. He just came, he said, you all going for the SEA Games? I said, yeah, you all will win. He told me like that. And before that, I took this team to China. Also China. You just imagine, Haris, the amount of matches we played.
Yeah.
Top competitive.
We played with the best teams in Shanghai, Shenhua, who played for Arsenal all. They saw this team. They said, so this was what? Mungkin resipi yang saya ada, resipi yang pemain percaya kepada saya, visi yang kita ada, pemain punya keikhlasan itu, time itu dia tak fikir money and all that. They just love to play. They just love to play. And from there lah, I had the confidence dan kita bagi motivasi kepada dia. And then we were saying it's been very long, 20 years ago kita tak menang. And nobody gave us a chance. Pasal kita dalam kumpulan maut lah. Thailand,
Vietnam,
Cambodia, Timor Leste. So when I saw Vietnam and Thailand play, I said it's going to be very difficult. But these players turn around everything. They play lah with passion, love and the unity.
So di peringkat sini pula Datuk, beberapa setahun kemudian menang pula Piala AFF.
Sama juga.
Apa rahsia?
Resipi itu sama juga. To be very honest, saya ada report mengatakan untuk 2010 adalah untuk kita bagi pendedahan. You say pendedahan. 2012 kita kena masuk peringkat at least final ke semi-final lah dulu. 2014 we should be in the final to win. Dengan pemain ini, pemain muda lah. Tengok pula
2010
awal
menang
2012 kalah, 2014
awal menang. Sama juga. Why? I took this team to Asian Cup di China, Guangzhou.
Asian Games.
Asian Games
2010. Ya.
2010.
Yang Mahali Jasuli kena red
Call
card.
the players there, Haris. Under 23 players.
Ya. 2010.
Exposed. Competitive match, play high level dengan Iran, dengan China, dengan Japan. So that was our weapon, strong point. Bila datang sini kita main SEA Games dengan siapa? Southeast Asia. So itulah resipi. Then when they came back, this was what? AFF. I only had 10 days or 12 days to prepare for AFF. Kita pergi dekat situ. Sama juga kumpulan maut. Indonesia host, Thailand, Laos. So very interesting. First match.
Itu
at the nightmare.
5-1 kalah Indonesia.
5-1. Tak boleh tidur, Haris. But you know who was laughing? Rizal.
Cuba cerita sikit.
Dia memang saya tahu ini media semua lah. But I tak tahu Haris lah. Media semua ke apa ke? Baik itu biasalah. Ini manusia biasa. Pasal siapa yang akan ketawa tahu? Samalah kalau saya tak suka you, Haris. Mesti yes or not?
So what you call him and laugh?
Tak ada.
Bukan.
Kita baca.
Dalam masa tu Cafe Sukan kot.
No, there would have been lah. People would have said sama jugalah, sama cerita juga ini. So that was really challenging. I couldn't sleep. I was thinking of so many things.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking, at that time, embarrassment. Honestly, I didn't expect 5-1 because we took a lead in the 18th minute. I was thinking maybe we lose 2-1 or 3-1. And the Rakyat, what they would have thought. And the confidence of the players. How am I going to, all this. Then, lucky thing, I stood strong. As a coach, you need to show the character. And what gave me a little bit more soothing confidence, the next morning I met the head coach of Indonesia, Rizal. He told me your team is a good team.
Alfred Rizal.
It's a good team. Individual mistake. I met Brian Robson. Every day we meet them. Brian Robson so said,
Thailand
coach, your team is not a bad team, your team is a good team. Few individual mistakes. So that gives me hope, confidence. And the next game is Brian Robson, Thailand. He spoke to me every day. He said, I'm very sorry. Now I'm going to put all the best players to play with you all. I was thinking, oh, good lah. Good. Because you rested the player for 3 days. The best players 3 days, and the next you're going to play with me. I said, okay, good. My players already had the momentum. Played the first match. The second, we are going to play with them in the evening. 0-0. And fairy tale, the last match we beat Laos, Bab. Following, we met with Vietnam, defending champion. Nobody gave us a chance. We beat them 2-0. And then comes the final. We meet again Indonesia, which I was praying. If God is great, please give us the opportunity. Show who's a better team. Turn around. We were the champions. And the recipe again was the team spirit, the players' unity, and the motivation given by our managers, Datuk Seri Subhan Kamal, the coaching team, all the management also are not. It's not only me, It's not only me. Everything, the kit man, the masua, and all this. Pernafasan yang baru untuk bola sepak, kerana dah berapa tahun lah semua tidak rasa kegembiraan. Saya fikir itulah satu kegembiraan yang kita bagi kepada rakyat yang selama ini menunggu-nunggu lah. And that was a divine, a new divine was born ke apa ke, and you could see the excitement. Everywhere we went, it can be old, it can be young. Oh, terima kasih coach. Terima kasih coach.
Orang mula peminat pakai balik baju jersey Malaysia.
Yes. I was just about to say that. Kerana pada just that short period,
satu fenomena.
Everyone just wanted to be associated dengan,
semua nak ambil gambar dengan Datuk K Rajagobal lah masa tu. So, King Gobal
dengan players.
Datuk, membentuk disiplin pemain ni bukan senang biasa kalau dulu zaman Datuk jadi coach, national coach tu, Datuk suka denda pemain-pemain yang lambat walaupun jarang berlaku. Berapa yang Datuk denda dia orang kena bayar ni?
Time itu kita tengoklah, pasal kita pun tahu that latihan allowance for latihan pun tak berapa banyak.
Tak banyak masa tu
Tak banyak masa itu. So kadang-kadang $50, $100, macam itulah. Then all depends when they were playing for their league teams and all that, gaji besar semua tu. Then I used to find more when they get some bonuses from FAM kan. Maybe 200, 300 macam tu. Apa yang kita buat ini, saya akan kumpulkan wang itu, I'll keep. And then say lah, one of the sessions just to make it interesting, fun and all this. Saya kata, okay, ini team lawan dengan ini team. Siapa team kalah, this is the money we have. Then the players lah selalu, apa
mau
coach?
Menang.
Tak ada. First they say, apa coach? Kita punya wang, you denda kita, macam mana you nak bagi team itu? You know that?
Understood.
So I said, okay, macam itu, split the team lah. You organize your team yang fine, ini. At the end of the day, same thing. If your team lose, you need to buy something. If this team lose, then okay lah, this money what we want to do. At the end of the day, what we do is bagi dia makan. Yalah, apa-apa dia nak buat ini, we will say so much. Okay.
Tapi banyak tak duit yang dikumpul tu?
Tak
banyak, pasal dia orang jarang lambat lah.
Jarang. Not always.
Siapa yang lambat tu Datuk?
Kalau lambat as you said, jarang-jarang. Once or twice lah. It was bukan Syafiq tau. Bukan Syafiq. Mayo was once late.
Ingat Datuk?
Mayo was once late.
Only
once. He is disciplined guy.
Guy.
Mungkin sometimes you see they oversleep ke, kadang-kadang
it happens to the best of us.
Anyone.
Yang paling awal siapa Datuk?
Paling awal yang disiplin Amar Rohidan, Guru Sami, all this lah, yang you tahu lah, yang young players itu semua kena disiplin lah. Awal-awal datang lah. Yang old players You know why they normally don't come late? Because dia tahu saya ni dah biasalah sebelum time makan, I dah awal turun 1 jam. I duduk dekat cafeteria, tengok siapa datang, siapa lambat. Itu semua, you know lah. Training pun sama. I turun awal. Kadang-kadang I dah start training lah. Jogging sana, jogging sini, buat exercise sini. So kalau pemain tengok, saya rasa dia segan lah. Dia tengok, apa coach ini, you know, umur macam ni pun. So that
pun boleh
gives
buat.
them, I feel lah, dia pun segan, dia pun turun training. Bila coach boleh buat, takkan kita tak boleh buat. So that was kind of balance lah.
Yes. Pandai tu psikologi Datuk tu.
Tak ada yang curi-curi keluar malam-malam ke?
To be honest,
zaman Datuk tak ada.
Come on.
Tak ada, you see.
Datuk cerita dalam buku tak?
Tak ada.
Keluar malam ke apa?
They want to be very very honest to you.
Tak ada
When the boys come at that time, you'll be surprised. We stay in Wisma FM.
Yes.
Betul atau tidak?
Betul.
Sekarang players semua tinggal di mana?
Duduk hotel.
Dekat hotel. Time itu, most of the time I won't be in the room. Only training. Who will be in the room? Tan Cheng Ho.
Okay.
Rumah saya dekat.
Yes.
Ya betul. Datuk balik.
Dekat.
Mana Aci?
So only thing after tak ada. For me it's like that because I have I have to give responsibility to the coaches. Betul tak?
Betul.
Dia duduk situ, dia boleh jagalah.
Dia boleh
Takkan
jaga.
saya kena jaga semua. Only I keluar malam selepas dinner, selepas ada meeting. I'll go back home at 10 at 11 o'clock. Bukan terus makan balik, tak ada. Then Tan will be there lah.
Tan jaga tangga ke apa? Tak.
Apa?
Tan Cheng Ho jaga tangga ke apa? Tak ada
Invite Tan next.
Bukan jaga tangga because they are there, they can monitor lah.
Tan
Tan dengan Fauzi. Tan dengan Fauzi.
Inilah saya jaga tangga.
You see the best place in the world pun Aris. Takkan dia semua tak ada Penting ke, tak ada keluar ke.
That's why I'm asking you because your
Tapi
time
Datuk
also
tak cerita.
same thing.
Saya tak ada.
Okay, disclaimer tak ada.
Saya no.
Please,
To be
we've heard all the stories, coach.
Yeah. No, serious.
No, not you. I'm saying,
But yeah, dulu punya players, yes. I'm not telling
That's
no.
my case.
Even though when I was playing, it's Selangor, there are senior players kita respect. They go out and all that. Kita ini baru-baru ini kita takut. We this one for me was like that. Even during my playing times, even as when I was a coach, I have the time. What time to come back? I never was late. Like Rizal.
Okay.
Yes, I can vouch for that.
Buat appointment ini.
I can
Pasal
vouch
itulah
for
you
that.
tengok. Kalau tadi awal ini akan berlaku, tak ada kan? Okay.
Datuk, gambar-gambar ni dalam buku ni menarik Datuk. Datuk dengan Kenny Dalglish antaranya. Datuk dengan Alex Ferguson, Datuk dengan Jose Mourinho, Datuk dengan Brian Robson. Sidang akhbar banyak kali tu.
Macam mana you lupa Arsene Wenger?
Arsene Wenger ya dengan Arsenal. Cuba cerita sikit Datuk, berkongsi center stage dengan dia orang tu.
Yalah,
macam mana?
Dia semua come with a big name, high profile. Hanya kita dapat kesempatan itu sebelum press conference. Kita dibawa kepada VVIP, you know, a waiting room. Time itulah kita dapat kesempatan macam ni, kita duduk dengan Arsene Wenger, dengan Alex Ferguson, Jose Mourinho dan this one. So daripada semua ni, you tahu lah semua ada dia punya personality, character and all that. Okay lah, Alex Ferguson, kita tak cakap banyak, only few things in the press conference and then before the game. Jose Mourinho also tak berapa banyak lah kita cakap pasal the only one which I sat down and talk, okay lah, Kenny Dalglish, when he came, he spoke to me. It was before waiting room lah. They were humble, simple. When we think that they are all big legends, you know, playing. Okay. The one which really I will not forget is out of all that, like Alex Ferguson, Roberto Mancini also was not bad. We talk the same wave, you know. I mean, about football development. He said, yes, we have to be patient and all this. But here, we are not patient. He says that this is the way to do it lah. So sometimes I think all these top class managers talk about this, but here people don't understand when we say. But the only one was Arsene Wenger. When we played the second match with them, the first match I still remember we lost 4-0. So second press conference, he started to joke with me. He said, "Oh, my friend, you're still around. It's good. You're surviving." So I said, yes, Mr. Hassan, I think you're also in the same field. You're also surviving. So dia pun ketawa lah. Then when the press asked me, what do you think about the game you're going to play? At this time I said it's going to be different. He looked at me. What am I trying to say different? So I said this time we're going to be a bit more competitive. It's not going to be like what was previously.
Okay.
And at that time, who is this player who played later for Manchester?
Siapa
Van Persie.
Oh, Robin Van Persie, striker.
I think he came that year. If I'm not
okay.
saying.
Yes, dia ada.
So he also looked at me like that, you know, and so on. And before the match, he came up, warming up. Then I got up. I said, "Sit down. I want to sit beside you." I was surprised. In our bench.
Siapa? Wenger?
Arsene Wenger. He sat down for nearly half an hour. So he was asking this, that. So I also told him, I have the same philosophy like you. What philosophy you have? Same like me. That's when I said, I like young players. I see you bring young players, you develop them, and I also see young players. I get excited to bring. Okay. Then he was asking me. I said, I have one player like Song. He said, you have one player like Song?
I like Song.
Who is that? Gary Steven Robert.
Same ni. Profile, same
the
ni.
attributes,
position.
lebih kurang sama lah attributes. What do you mean attributes? I
Defensive.
said, he's more defensive. He's quite hard, aggressive tackler, blah blah blah. And all this I was saying to him lah. Okay, good. Is he playing? He asked me. I said no. Why is he not playing? I said, how can I say to you? You know, had a good chat.
Good chat.
Good chat. Half an hour, and after that, the whole thing lah. We were leading 1-0. I could see him how stressed he was. From nowhere, Aslim Muslim, a left footer, a drive, far corner, and we were leading 1-0. I said, till, if I'm not mistaken, till the 88th minute, we are still losing 1-0. Then I said, my God, is this the day which a Malaysian team going to beat an English Premier League team with this level of team, you know? Then came the time, 4 of my defenders, all I had to change because they were exhausted. You know why, Haris? They didn't play at this level.
Tak larat lah.
Everybody would have thought, why is this coach crazy? The last 10 minutes he's taking out Subra, he's taking out Aidil, he's taking out left back who?
Kunalan, bukan?
Asraruddin, because Kunalan was more like a flanker. In that 10 minutes they scored 2 goals.
Lepas tu jumpa balik Wenger tak?
Jumpa balik dekat press conference. Yes, they were asking. He said, yes, the Malaysian team plays different now. They move faster. Tactically, they are good. Technically, they were good. My friend is doing a good job.
That's a seal of approval.
Then, deep inside, I was happy. Then they asked, any players impress you? Gary Stewart, what?
Okay.
You see, I'm impressed with him. I was impressed with, I think, our striker Mayo ke Shafiq. He was quite impressed, like 2-3 players. And
dengan Van Persie dengan Man United tu, bukan ada dengan Mourinho dengan Michael Essien ke? Ada
Michael
the
Essien.
special one, blessed one tu, because I baca
in the
dekat
press conference before we play Chelsea, they were asking Jose, they call you the special one. And special one and the only one, if I'm not mistaken.
The special one.
So said, you know how Jose speaks to the press and all. We have come here. Yes, we want to be, having this match for the pre-season, which is important. One reporter, our local reporter, asked, Coach, you're also doing well here. And what would you like to be called?
Who is that journalist?
I can't recall back.
Bukan Haris,
I can't recall back. And I said, the blessed one.
The blessed one.
He looked at me.
Siapa tengok? Mourinho ke apa?
Mourinho tengok. Dia kata, ini budak perli saya ke? What is he? Okay, done, finish. And after the game, we lost lah, but we managed to score one. You know, as a coach, yes, it's just not for me. Just go there and play. I want to see the players, how they play, how they improve. This opportunity is very rare. I was frustrated because 2 goals lah. It was a sloppy goal we gave away lah. A sloppy goal, which I would have thought we lost 2-1. Okay. And then after the game, Michael Essien, how you call him?
Michael Essien.
Michael Essien running and coming to me, coach. How the blessed one?
Puan dia buat lawak dia.
These were the memories which I cannot forget. Brian Robson was talking to me before we played with Manchester United in the changing room. He cannot believe he only had 10 days practice. Our Sir Great, Sir Bobby Charlton.
Bobby Charlton.
He was there. So these were the opportunity I got to thank God or bless. If I'm not mistaken, as a coach, had an opportunity to play with all these big clubs, with the legend Kenny Dalglish, not forgetting Barcelona.
Ya.
We played with
Walaupun
Barcelona.
Messi tak turun main.
All the
that was at the Shah Alam Stadium.
Masa raya kan.
I remember
Stadium.
that match very clearly for the wrong reasons.
and that also with Martino. Later he became Argentina manager. So I am not telling. I mean, these were the moments lah. I feel that cannot again lah get this opportunity lah. Whether we win or lose, to be with these great managers, it's a good experience, and I feel proud to be a coach as a Malaysian.
Jarang Malaysian coaches dapat that kind of opportunities. Before kita maybe hari nak tanya lagi, saya pun nak ambil kesempatan nak minta maaf pada Datuk Rajagobal. Pasal dulu saya kan ada tulis dalam blog tu. Saya tak tulis, tapi saya allowed komen dalam tu yang menyentuh mengenai renovation buat rumah Datuk. Datuk marah masa tu, sampai nak saman. Jadi saya ambil kesempatan sini nak minta maaf dengan Datuk lah. Tapi itu kali pertama, kali kedua ada juga 2-3 kali kena minta maaf.
Tapi itulah keunikan persahabatan di antara jurulatih kebangsaan dengan media, di mana
anggota media,
di mana ada kalanya kita memang akan bertengkar, tak setuju. You ingat sesi-sesi saya dengan minum teh tu always sweet,
cordial.
Ada juga
perdebatan.
Tapi pada masa yang sama tengok siapa yang datang hari ni. Datang juga.
Betul.
So terima kasih the blessed one.
The blessed one.
I think we are blessed to have the blessed one.
Betul.
Terima kasih juga.
Kita ucapkan
terima kasih not only for coming here, but terima kasih for the friendship. Terima kasih for the professionalism that you've displayed.
Dan terima kasih kerana bawa tim menang Piala AFF dan juga SEA Games.
Dan saya merasakan bahawa
mencetuskan fenomena yang baru.
Pasukan tersebut kan, kalau mereka main dengan Man U yang turun baru-baru ni, confirm akan menang.
Confirm menang.
Tengok match tu. Ini die hard Manchester United fan kan.
Looking at tengok game yang malam tadi. Yes lah, as a Manchester United fan, sedih juga kerana
ramai balik
they should have played
half time.
Really?
They should have played much better. They should have played much better. Walaupun yalah, masa saya ni saya tak mau pertikaikan kerana when we played the big legends who came, big names who came, and we were so competitive. But di sini Manchester should have given a better performance. Bukan kita katakan we are from ASEAN. We want the ASEAN team to do well, but it is really I think the whole supporters or even the Manchester United fans back home there would have not expected this kind of performance.
Tapi to be fair, the ASEAN All Stars memandangkan mereka a bunch of misfits yang baru saja
dibentuk.
Just 1 or 2 days.
Hanya untuk perlawanan ni
menang gol cantik tu.
They played well.
They played well.
To be honest, they played well because all were the good players of each country.
Not technically. I think there are many other good players who were missing from
tak di-release because ni FIFA date ni kan.
So
World Cup qualifiers.
Based on that, Haris, that's what I'm saying. Manchester should have played better performance. Really discouraging lah. But at the end of the day, Haris, Rizal, you're going to buy this book?
Yeah.
He knows I will buy.
Dah. Nak autograph nanti.
Autograf. Jangan lupa lah.
Tak, so Datuk, kita doakan Datuk sukses dengan buku ni. Royalty boleh share sikit. Apa lagi?
Pandai. Terima kasih kerana sudi bersama kami pada episod Julang kali ini. Dan kami berharap bahawa Datuk Rajagopal akan kembali kepada di Julang di episod yang akan datang.
Episod yang kedua lah nanti kita akan bawakan untuk cerita pasal bab lain pula nanti.
Bab lain pula.
Macam siapa teammate yang paling nakal, atau siapa teammate yang just quick question, siapa teammate yang paling nakal?
Nakal pada masa saya ke?
Zaman
masa
you.
saya
Zaman Datuk Santok.
Bukan.
Datuk Chin An?
Tak ada. I mean they were senior players. They are not nakal. The thing is, dia semua suka gurau-gurau.
Okay, who was the classic joker?
Joker beda. Joker pada masa itu, yalah, we had Zapril kan?
Zapril Hashim.
He likes to,
right wing
dia lah, bukan he likes to joke lah, he likes to
Zapril
talk,
Hashim,
macam tu semua lah. Zapril.
And okay, who was the most garang on the field?
Garang
Bukan orang Mokhtar.
Mokhtar was no, dia semua, the attitude lah was very disciplined. Garang is it because Aru pun bukan garang, but lah, time itu dia semua dia direct lah, because dia semua suara
yang garang coach Chow Koi Lam.
That's as a coach, yes. You got to respect him. That is how his approach. Even the senior players will respect him. Dia cakap itu terus terang, direct. Dia cakap dia tak ada simpan semua. You can be the legend ke apa ke. Dia garang, because we had Sochinan, we had Datuk Santok, Armugam, Moktadari. Yang suka gurau pun Ridwan Abdullah after the game.
Ridwan.
Yes. Kolam akan cakap, okay, thank you for your cooperation. He say, okay, thank you, Selangor Development Corporation. PKNS.
That's Ridwan. That's classic Ridwan.
Nanti kita tanya dia.
Last question, who is the most inspiring person to you as a player?
As a player, definitely lah. I'll talk about Moktadari lah.
Okay.
The way he inspires and all that. Even though we should not forget, inspiring, and other legends, lah, Datuk Sochina. Just imagine Datuk Armugam, Datuk Santok Singh. They have different kind of characters and perspective they bring.
Yes.
Datuk Santok defend, Sochina defend. What kind of characters they bring? Datuk Armugam was goalkeeper. What characters they bring? Datuk Moktadari is a striker. What kind of character attributes they bring? Is it fearless defense? Is it rock defense? Aru, is it my temperament, cool? All this you learn this kind of aspects from them. In this situation,
different characteristics.
You tak boleh dapat. Big team, and then you imagine saya punya physical macam team main dengan ini semua, so this lah. Kamaruddin Abdullah was playing on the left.
Left back. Yang lawyer.
Abdullah Ali,
the left winger,
well educated.
Banana kick
on the left. Then we had Hang Nam, we had
Hang
Siong,
Hang Meng,
Khalid
K.
Ali.
Kanagaraja.
Then came lah all these young players.
Okay. Terima kasih Datuk kerana sudi meluangkan masa menceritakan mengenai kerjaya Datuk, juga menceritakan serba sedikit ringkasan buku Datuk. Terima kasih sekali lagi bagi pihak kru podcast Julang. Dan kami juga sebenarnya ingin mengucapkan setinggi-tinggi sebenarnya takziah kepada keluarga T. Gopinath Naidu. Gopinath, bekas pemain Kuala Lumpur, pemain remaja kebangsaan, pernah menjadi tetamu untuk podcast Julang ini, meninggal dunia pada minggu lalu disebabkan cardiac arrest, dan kami mengucapkan takziah sekali lagi kepada ahli keluarganya kerana satu candid interview yang cukup saya rasa meninggalkan kesan kepada kru Julang sebenarnya. Harish mungkin nak cakap juga pasal Gopinath, tak ada?
I think you've summed it up. Datuk, you were at the house as well.
I also feel
pada Mei 24.
Mei 24. Pasal kita siarkan Mei pertama, Mei 1
awal
kan? Awal Mei, bulan Mei.
Because I also felt sad after seeing him in your podcast. His contribution as a national player, and yeah, sometimes you think this place of their experience playing in different levels, it's all we come to know only during the podcast. If no, we don't know these individuals.
Yes.
And what was shocking was when I went to see him in his house, the mother. I was really shocked. She came, I was approaching to go into the hall. She caught my hand so tight, and she said to the son, "Look who has come here." And she said, "You know, I saw you where the first time in India." I got a shock out of my life because when I went to India with my wife, after winning the SEA Games, I said I must go and do some prayers to thank, like the normal lah. And we met them in the Pelita restaurant. I was
in India.
In India, I'm surprised she could recall back. That means how is her memory, and how will be your feeling. There was emotion and sadness at the same time. She can remember, and she can say, "You came with your wife, and I have your photo."
Itulah.
So I hope lah. Everybody out there, we got to thank God and life is.
Thank God, thank life, appreciate everyone around us, and rest in peace, Gopi.
Jadi kita pun mengucapkan selamat Hari Raya Haji bagi semua penonton-penonton yang beragama Islam, dan jadi kita teruskan setia bersama Julang Podcast. Jangan lupalah beritahu kat kawan-kawan, like, share, subscribe lah. Bantulah kami
Someone's getting good at this. No, you should say it more enthusiastic. Share, subscribe dan like.
Okeylah. Sehingga kita berjumpa lagi pada episod yang akan datang. Salam hormat.
Sertai perbualan dalam komen section di bawah dan mari teruskan perbincangan. Terima kasih kerana menyertai kami dalam perjalanan ini ke dunia sukan Malaysia. Julang adalah pilihan anda untuk berita dan perbincangan sukan dan hiburan. Di sini, anda akan menemui berita terkini, analisis mendalam, pandangan pakar dan cerita yang penting kepada rakyat Malaysia. Jika anda suka video ini, tekan butang like. Subscribe untuk konten yang eksklusif dan aktifkan notifications supaya anda tidak terlepas video kami yang seterusnya. Kita jumpa di sana.